Hello everyone, and today you will be working on CKLA Skills Unit 1, Lesson 21. In today's lesson, you will be reading decodable text with understanding. You will also be asking and answering questions about a story. Let's begin by blending. I will say sounds for you to blend into words. Mark each sound with a thumb finger tap. Then blend the sounds together to make a word, making a fist with your hand. Repeat after me. R, a, g, rug. S, k, I, sky. B, l, oo, blue. K, it, kit. F, ast, fast. Ask, mask. Wrist, wrist. Snake, snake. Good job. Now let's segment those same words. Hold up an equal number of fingers to the sounds in the word. Repeat the word after me. Wiggle your index finger for the first sound in the word. Wiggle or move your middle finger for the second sound in the word. Keep going until all sounds have a wiggling or moving finger to match. Repeat the word after me. Kit, k, it, kit. Sky, sk, I, sky. Blue, b, l, oo, blue. Kit, k, it, kit. Fast, f, ast, fast. Mask, ask, mask. Wrist, wrist, wrist. Snake, snake, snake. Great job. This game is called Mirror Mirror. There are two kinds of sounds in our language. One sound is the vowel sound. The other sound is the consonant sound. During this lesson, we will review our vowel sounds. Vowel sounds are made with an open mouth. Repeat these vowel sounds after me. I, a, ah. What happens to your mouth as you say the sounds? Let's repeat them again. I, a, ah. Did you notice that your mouth opens as you say the sounds? Vowel sounds can be stretched out, such as when you say someone's name. Listen to this name. Jenny. Do you hear the E in Jenny's name? Now turn in your workbook to lesson 21.1. That's on page 129 in your workbook. 129. in the bottom right-hand corner of your workbook. If you need to pause or stop this video at any time so that you can complete your work or find your page number, please do so. Now say and point to each sound with me. A, E, A, I. Now, I will be reading some 3-sound words that only have one vowel sound. That vowel sound will always be the middle sound. Point to the spelling that matches the vowel sound in the word that I say. Let's begin. Pit. Pit has the I, so you would point to the letter I. Got the hang of it? Let's do some more. I'll go faster. Pot. Bag. Hid. Pat. Not. Pet. Nut. Lead. Lap. Mud. Pop. Very good. Now let's get to our reader. We have now read about 2 different characters. Do you remember who they were? We've read about Beth and we've read about Nat. Now, stories usually have a title. A story's title tells what the story is about. The title of this story is The Trip to the UK. Does anybody remember what the abbreviation UK stands for? UK stands for United Kingdom. So now let's preview our vocabulary. There's 3 vocabulary words that you'll need to be familiar with in order to understand today's lesson. The first word is cab. This is a cab. A cab or a taxi is a car that you get in where you pay someone to drive you somewhere. That's the car you see here. The next vocabulary word is jet. A jet is an airplane. The next vocabulary word and last one is ramp. A ramp is a place at the airport where people get off and on an airplane. Typically, you see people going up a ramp to get on something or down a ramp to get off. So who do you think is going on a trip to the UK? Why do you think they're going on a trip to the UK? Let's find out. Listen carefully to learn more about Beth and her trip to the UK. I will read the story once through without stopping. Watch as I point to the words as I read. The trip to the UK. Nat went to the UK, and I felt sad. But then Mom set up a trip to the UK. Mom and I went on a jet. Ships are fun, but jets are the best. I got to sit next to the wing. I had lunch. Then I had a nap. Mom got this snapshot of the nap. Nat met us at the end of the ramp. I ran up to hug him. Then Nat's mom, Dot, got us a cab. This is a snapshot of us with the cabman. Nat and I had a lot of fun. Then it was time for bed. Mom and I slept in a bed next to Nat's bed. Now I will reread the story. This time I will ask you questions along the way. Please remember to answer your questions in complete sentences. The trip to the UK. Nat went to the UK and I felt sad. But then Mom set up a trip to the UK. Why did Beth feel sad? Beth felt sad because Nat went to the UK. Let's continue. Mom and I went on a jet. Ships are fun, but jets are the best. I got to sit next to the wing. I had lunch. Then I had a nap. Mom got this snapshot of the nap. Now, many sentences end in a period, but sometimes they end in something else. These are also called punctuation marks. Take a look at this punctuation mark. Do you recognize what this is? It's called an exclamation point, and it means that we should read the sentence with excitement, like you just got a brand new toy. Listen as I read the sentence as if it ended with a period. Ships are fun, but jets are the best. Now listen again as I read the sentence with an exclamation point. Ships are fun, but jets are the best. Notice the excitement in your voice as you're talking about the jets. Now, let's take a look at this part of the sentence. It says, I got to sit next to the wing. What does Beth mean when she says, I got to sit next to the wing? Think about a plane. A plane has wings on each side so that it can glide through the air. When someone says they got to sit next to the wing, they got to sit next to the seat that's on the inside of the wing so that they can see the wing when they look out of the window. So Beth got the window seat next to the wing. Let's continue reading. Nat met us at the end of the ramp. I ran up to hug him. So at airports, people often hold signs to help others find them and to make them feel welcome. This is the sign that Nat made for Beth to make her feel welcome. Let's continue. Then Nat's mom, Dot, got us a cab. This is a snapshot of us with the cabman. Take a look at this symbol. Do you remember what it's called? This is called an apostrophe. Say apostrophe. Do you remember what an apostrophe tells us? An apostrophe tells us that something belongs to someone. So the apostrophe is in Nat's name, so that means the mom belongs to Nat. It is Nat's mom. Now in the US, we're used to seeing most cabs or taxis being bright yellow. And in the UK, taxis are just bigger cars. This is the taxi that Beth and Nat rode in. What color is it? It's very different from the yellow taxis you'll see in the US. So these black big cars can look very different to someone who is visiting the UK for the first time. And the cabman that we talked about is just the person who's driving the cab. This can be a man or a woman. Nat and I had a lot of fun. Then it was time for bed. Mom and I slept in a bed next to Nat's bed. Take a look at this part of the sentence. It says Nat's bed. Who does the bed belong to? Great. The bed belongs to Nat. How do we know the bed belongs to Nat? Because the apostrophe is in Nat's name. Now let's wrap things up. Think back to the story to answer the questions about what we just read. Make sure you answer in complete sentences. Where did Beth and her mom go on their trip? Let's look back at page 18, the very beginning of the story. It says, but then Mom set up a trip to the UK. So you could say Beth and her mom go on their trip to the UK. Why do they take a trip to the UK? Think back to the first page again. It says, Nat went to the UK and I felt sad. So they took their trip to the UK because Nat was in the UK and Beth was sad. How do they get to the UK? Think back to page 20. In the story, it says that ships are fun, but jets are the best. So it looks like they took a jet to the UK. It also says in the story, Mom and I went on a jet. So these are your best clues to know how they got to the UK. Next question. Who was waiting for them at the airport? Let's look back at page 22. It says, Nat met us at the end of the ramp. So Nat was the person waiting for them at the airport. Last question. How do Beth and Nat and their moms get from the airport to Nat's home? Think back to page 24. It says, then Nat's mom, Dot, got us a cab. So how did they get from the airport to Nat's home? They rode in a cab. Do you remember what color that cab was? It wasn't yellow like in the US. The cab in the UK is black. Now, let's go ahead and turn to page 21.2 in your workbook. That's on page 131 and 132. There's 21.2 in the top right-hand corner. 131 and 132 are your page numbers. Don't forget to put your name on your paper nice and neat. Let's go over our questions. Number 1, Mom and Beth went to the UK on, let's look at the answer choices, a bus, a ship, or a jet? Fill in the circle next to the correct answer to complete the sentence. Number 2. Who had a nap on the jet? Make sure you write your answer in complete sentences neatly on the lines. Number 3. Who met Mom and Beth at the end of the ramp? Make sure you answer your question in complete sentences and write neatly on the lines. Remember, sentences start with a capital letter and end with a period. Lastly, let's look at number 4. Beth slept next to Nat and Mom, next to Dot, or on a rug. Where did Beth sleep? Fill in the circle next to the correct answer. You're all done. Now let's go over the work that you will submit today. First of all, you will submit the story questions for the trip to the UK. That's worksheet 21.2, the front. You will also submit the back of page 21.2. Make sure you take a clear picture of these worksheets and submit them in the assignments link on Canvas. Do awesome work today. Goodbye.